Hey everybody, Batmerk here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Batman Detective Comics issue 1017. I picked this one up today. I thought it was going to be like a continuation of what's been going on with the Mr. Freeze storyline and whatnot. So yeah, I picked it up. It's New Comic Book Day. It's my favorite day of the week. And I picked it up and I found out, like, you open it up and like, oh man, you notice the art's different, and then you see the writers were different too, And I don't ever really look at that all the time because I just pick it up and it's on my pull. So, and I noticed, like, damn, oh man, this is gonna be like this isn't gonna be like part of like the main storyline or whatnot. So I'm reading it, and it's got the traditional like flashbacks of Bruce Wayne, his family, and such. And it's just basically opens up with them opening up this orphanage. It's the Martha Wayne orphanage. And it's just kind of something you see like in a Batman story. Then it jumps to like now, like modern times, where it's the orphanage, so it's the Martha Wayne orphanage, and this kid's looks like this kid's like leaving. He's just trying to sneak out at night, and we jump to the Bat. Looks like the Bat Cave. I mean, it kind of looks like the Bat Cave. Sort of looks like at the bottom of Wayne Industries. It probably is Wayne Industries. That's why Lucius Fox is there. Duh. So yeah, Batman's there, and he's just telling him, I'm gonna go out tonight and do my normal patrolling or whatnot. And Lucius tells him, like, in so many words, that you need to go and check out your orphanage. There's a child missing. And he's like, yeah, okay, I'll go there. And he's like, no, not as Batman. You can go there as Bruce Wayne, during the day, So he goes there and shows up. It's kind of cool. He shows up and he brings like a bunch of like computers and ice cream for the kids, and all the little orphans are all happy and stuff. And he checks out the guy running the orphanage, and he's asking about this kid that escaped, and this kid Miguel, and he's like, oh wow, he jumped pretty far, man. That looks pretty dangerous, and so he's trying to figure out where this kid Miguel goes. So he hits up Damien. And Damien's all kind of pissed off because, like, he's like, man, you want to go find this missing kid, but you don't even want to spend time with me. He just got a point. It just kind of messed up too. You never see like Bruce never really kicks it with Damien that much. I mean, obviously Damien's like, he's a badass warrior, ninja, assassin, whatnot, but a boy needs his dad, and he needs a father and stuff, and he should be hanging. I think they should have him in the comic a little more, probably, just to kind of show Batman that he's not such a dick all the time. But I mean, Batman is, he's an asshole. It is what it is. So I like this part right here. It shows them they're going out every night. They're going out on Saturday night. It's 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Monday it's Monday it's 30 degrees, and Batman's like kicking some guys on a roof. It almost looks like he's kicking them with like an electric shock or something. Then it's Thursday, it's cold, and then boom, you got Batman like jumping into a car windshield, punching a dude on Sunday, and it's even colder. So they're going around looking, just investigating. Him and Damien are just looking around, trying to find that kid. It's freezing cold, and then finally, boom, Damien finds the kid. Looks like he's just chilling like in an alley somewhere. So they get him, and he picks him up, and he's like, "All right, son, I got him, Robin. You can leave now. I'll take care of it from here. And then Damien's like, "No, Dad, I want to help. Like, it sucks. I want to help the kid out. And so they're talking to the kid, and he's got like hypothermia. They're trying to check him into like Gotham Medical Hospital or whatnot, and he he's just talking to him, and he's like, oh, he's like, you're not scary like they say you are. You're not scary at all. I'm sorry. And Batman's like, he's like, for what? He's like, well, you're not my favorite superhero. My favorite superhero is Superman. He's like, you know what, kid? You want a little secret? He's my favorite too. And so they're yelling at the kid, Miguel, and he just like passes out, and just they try to take him to the hospital, and it's just like, they run him through there. They get him on the bed, and then you see the thing, beep, 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 and that right there, I don't know, man, out of nowhere, that shit just hit me for some reason. Like, it just got me, like, pretty sad, man. Like, I don't know. It sucks too for Wayne, because he, that's his that's his orphanage, you know, and he's an orphan, and he, you know, that kid died, and that really, like, you know, it tugged on me. And then so that jump over to this scene, and he's just hitting that bag hard, you know. He knows that, like, there's nothing he could really do, you know what I mean? So basically, he does some investigating and finds out that guy that was running the home was a I don't want to show too much more, but the guy that was running the home, he was basically like selling these kids, and spoilers, he was selling the kids, and you know, Bruce knocks his ass out, and he's like, you know, you know, like there's no excuse for that. Like, who do you think you are selling these kids? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So they renamed the orphanage after Miguel, and it just kind of like, you know, it sucks because, you know, that's Bruce Wayne was an orphan, and all these kids are getting sold basically, and it's like some real shit too. There was like a lady that did that back in like the 1930s. She sold like thousands of kids. I've seen a biography on it on a I think a biographics channel on YouTube. Yeah, it's scary. Then there was like some celebrities too that were actually, they were bought by her, and their parents bought them off that crazy lady. But anyways, yeah, this was a good story. Again, I always talk about the one-hitter quitter one-shots. You know, I really like them. Sometimes though, they sneak in these one-shots that they're like in-betweener issues. They're like inventory issues that they just put in there because they don't have a story, or they don't have the writer, or the artist isn't around, so they just gotta pull something out of the vault. But this one was good, you know, and they tied it in, and it was sad, and you know, it was something a little different. The art wasn't like that crazy, but it didn't really need to be that much. You know, it served its purpose. It served a story. I do actually want to see what happens though, man. I want to see what happens with the story. I actually hope they like continue with Cold Vengeance, and I hope Batman goes and catches all these like guys that are like buying all these kids and selling them and stuff, you know. And I think that would be a cool thing to see that story continue. So with this right here, just because like the story alone was captivating for me, for a one shot, you know, I'm gonna have to give it 2 horns up. Yep. And as always, folks, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe. And as always, we got daily content here on Metal, Movies, and Brewskis. Have a good night, folks.